Thank you, Chairperson and the communities. My name is Miss Love Shahim, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today about a simple but a powerful idea. The earlier we identify children at risk for developmental delays, the better chance those children and the family the have to thrive. So we need to ask this question: what's the importance and the benefits of early intervention for children? I'm here to ask you for your support for stronger early screening, family center early intervention, and a subtain funding for service that reach children from birth through age 8. Based on the statistic, they say every year thousands of children started school already behind. Not because they can't learn, but it's because me and you, didn't act early enough. Let's take a moment. Let's imagine like a small child, 2 years old, struggling to use word, frustrated. And that child brain is that the architecture of learning and self-regulation is built right now. So that's why, like, they usually say that the smaller the kids are, the easier they will learn everything. Their brain is like a sponge. They learn everything. But the science is clear. The earlier we identify those issues and put everything's base support in place, the more we change developmental trajectories in way that last improving language, social skill, school readiness, and late academy and life outcome. Let's imagine all that. What our economy, our community would be if we act early. This child intervention and high quality early education act as a protective factors, not only for short term, but it's really improving on long term health, educational and economic outcome, as I said previously. Another question, like most of you might have: why do we need to collaborate with families? So collaboration with families is not optional, but it's essential. It's important. Parents know their children the best. They see their strength, they see their struggle, they see their potential every day. When professional and family work together, they can create individualized plans that fit the child routine, language, and culture. Research showed that families' professional partnership lead to a better developmental outcome than clinical only approach. I don't say it's not important. The clinical is important, but if we combine those together, it's way better than, because those parents see their kids every day than those professionals. Collaboration also builds trust. It ensures that intervention are meaningful and realistic for each unique families. Is reduce reduces stigma. It reduces fear around special education. When family understand that early intervention is about growth, not label, they are more open to participate fully. Eggman stated that every dollars we invested in our children is returned into a return multiplied dollars to society. So basically, if we started invested in our children, our society will be thrive. It will be better in a few years. See, stated that early service improve language, improve social emotional skills. It is also improve the more. We have Philip and Skonkoff. It said that early experience shape brain, as I said before, is also is like an architecture. It is really like explaining this like a brain is like a sponge. So those kids, like the early you act with them, the early like you would detect the issues. So what's the benefit? The benefits is improve school learning, social behavior, reduces need for costly special education later, build long, build long lifelong independence. And might ask what's the benefits. So the benefits is that it strengthens parents confidence and understanding of the child needs. Family center approach, like coaching, room visit, help parents apply strategy daily, reduce stress, because like when you're dealing with kids like that, there's a lot of stress, especially if they have more than one kid, and then build a stronger parent child relationship. Family become active partner rather than passive recipient. Obstacles. So everywhere there's an obstacle, there's a solution. So despite of the clear benefits, several obstacles still standing in the way of effective early intervention. So the first obstacle we have is access to services is not equal. Can you believe that? Family in low income often face long wait lists or transportation challenges. So what's the solution? So the solution is use telehealth, mobile unit, and universal development screening. Families fear the stigma of labeling their kids as disabled. As disabled. To address this, we need to change the conversation. But how can we change the conversation? Is by having a better training. Early intervention should be seen as early support, not a diagnosis. Also, public awareness campaign can help families see that seeking help, early intervention seen as a strength. Another thing is that the system don't always communicate, especially among of the healthcare, among the early education and special education. So they often work separately. We should not have that if we're going to work for those kids. Uh, One of the reasons we might ask why they not work together, because it's a lack of coordination between those three. And how can we find solution? The solution is improve cross agency data sharing and communication. It's that simple. Say having a cross agency sharing data and having a communication. Obstacle four is women are challenge is funding, lack of money. We must advocate for better state funding. That's that's one of the reasons why I'm here, to ensure that early intervention professionals are trained, have a proper training, support, and available and have it in every community. So what's the solution? So the solution is advocate for sustainable family center funding model. The message is simple but a powerful. Act early, change life. So one thing I want you guys to get from today is act early, change lives. When we invest in early intervention, we give children the tools to reach their potential and empower families to become stronger partners in their children's life journey. We also save our community money by preventing more serious challenges later on. I urge this community to strengthen policy that support early developmental screening, family center practices, and accessible early intervention for all children, despite where they live, the background, the culture. Together, we can ensure that every child in our state start school not behind, but ahead, ready to learn and go and succeed. So, one thing, acting early change life. So, one thing we can say together, acting early change life. Thank you so much